and play. Hello and welcome to the President's Quarters. If you're new to this channel, please subscribe. I promise you, it is one of the best subscriptions you'll have in your subscription list because of the level of value you'll add in your own academic life as a student, a working person, or a young person in high school. I'm excited today to launch a new project that will form part of this particular channel. You know how in the different videos I always ask you guys to ask questions and also ensure that you comment. Well, this particular part is exciting because it is a video section where I respond to each of your questions, especially if it's not relating to any video that I'm going to be shooting anytime soon. So then for this particular part of the channel, we'll call it the Home of Tools Q&A. And in our own presidential lingo, we call it hot. Right? That's how hot it is. And I'm so honored to launch it today. So today we have a question from our past videos from a young person who asked a pertinent question. And today I did respond in a comment box, but I thought since some of you perhaps you find are new to the channel and haven't seen the different comments, well, here's a benefit of being part of the President's Quarters family and reality. And the first question comes from a young person who asked a very relevant question. And she is Lerato, who asked a pertinent question and said, "Hi Frank, so how do you deal with this thing when you have to study? You start by counting how many things you have to study. And while you are studying, you keep on checking the pages." And it's quite a relevant question, and how many of us really do experience this particular thing, especially when we're dealing with thick chapters or big textbooks, right? Where when you start from page 1, wabala, 1 hour passes, you continue studying, 2 hours passes. Whole checker happened 2 hours later, I only covered 3 pages, and in that 2 hours, right, you kept on checking on how far am I, and you see the progress is quite slow and you get demotivated. Sometimes it hits your morale and then you lose a bit of interest and say, let me take a break. And I did answer in the comment section, and the answer is quite simple, and I believe if you apply it you gain so much value. If you're in that particular situation, and I experienced it even myself yesterday when I had to go through 48 slides. So you do this. Number 1, you scan through those particular slides or particular chapter, right? So that you get a feel of how it looks like. So you look at if that particular chapter, is it just words in text or it has some form of graphics. What that does is primes your mind for what is ahead. And then you move from scanning it, look at how many pages am I actually working with in that particular chapter or section. And I advise you, take that number, right, and divide it by 3 or divide it by 4 or 5. The aim is to break down that huge goal into smaller segments. And it's much more easier and motivational to go through smaller segments, and as you go, you get motivated. Having divided to smaller segments, look, depending on if it is graphic intense or it is word intense. If it's graphic intense, it's not so word heavy. Maybe put aside 15 to 20 minutes and saying this first 2-3 pages I want to read or go through them over 15 minutes. And if it's more words or content based, then you'd say let me do it within 20-25 minutes. And after you're done with that 3-4 pages that you have divided, please do ensure you do this for yourself. You clap hands for yourself. You have a young dance for yourself where you appreciate the work you've managed to do. Because you've done a bit of little work, right? I wouldn't advise you to make it a long break or a huge reward. Keep pushing, and within an hour you'll see you would have pushed a lot. Because now you won't have the anxiety to keep on checking the pages left, because you'll only have a small goal to achieve. And I would advise you guys to ensure you apply this particular example. Because if you leave the work to be that 50 pages that you need to do, the problem is now you're moving your attention, right, from actually learning the quality of the work, and you're focusing on I need to finish this particular chapter, and now you lose a lot. So apply this particular technique. Ensure you apply it to the maximum. You will see it helps, it works, and before you know it, you finish that particular chapter or those particular slides. Once again, I believe you are more capable You are very smart. You are very capable. Now, because I'll be addressing through this segment different questions. So if it happens in a week or however long we do it, the questions are a lot. So it will depend, and depending on what you guys prefer, we'll have a live YouTube session, or we'll also have a Zoom session or a Google Meet session where I address these different questions. And the questions that I don't have much knowledge in, I will surely consult the relevant people and come back to you with a response. I value you as part of this channel. Do subscribe. Tell your friends and your friends' friends to come on board on the President's Quarters, because we're dealing with pertinent questions in hot. Thank you very much. Do subscribe. The subscription button will appear just here, and do watch my previous video, will appear just here. Hit the notification button, hit the like button, so that we grow as royalty and as the Presidential Quarters. Thank you very much. See you in the next video. Watch out.